same page. Let's see if we can find what they did wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me ask you something off the top of my head. I'm looking at the attorney for M&M Enterprises. Have you ever heard of Goldman, Gruder, and Woods?
Never.
They're in Trumbull. Okay, that's the law firm he used.
Okay. Well, that doesn't mean they did something wrong, but it's possible.
Yeah. Water Pollution Control Authority, Bridgeport City Attorney. So we owe the water.
Okay, so there was a water bill from Trumbull. They sent him over there, tipped him off, probably got a kickback.
Yeah.
And, you know, what we're looking at now is another Casanova Creek, Walter Spader money laundering scandal. In other words, this one deals with Trumbull. The other ones are all Bridgeport, New Canaan, Stratford. Hold on, let me see something. Bear with me. I just want to get a little bit closer to where we need to be. Hold on, don't go. Okay. I'm looking at the Goldman thing. M&M Enterprises, Aquarian Water Company. So they didn't pay the water bill, and they took the house.
It was a business building.
Like Lorraine Havas, non-appearing, Linda Bonati, and William, and Richard.
That is my sister. I'm William and Richard. See, we were
Oh, you're William. Okay. Okay, so you guys had a $2.5 million building stolen over a water bill.
Well, I don't know what the appraisal was. Like I said, according to Chris, was $225,000, not $2.5 million. So,
Right. So it was a small building. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're William. Okay. Now here's the Marcus Law Firm, which is a shell company owned by Juda, and Casanova Creek was steered the deal by to Walter Spader. And if you look down at the complaint, let's look at the complaint and look at what's going on here. Complaint, additional parties, appearance, okay. Hold on. Foreclosure mediation. No document. Ineligible for foreclosure mediation. Motion for default, failure to appear, granted by the clerk, which, you know, is suspect. Motion for default for failure to disclose defense, granted. Motion for judgment for strict foreclosure. Okay. Appraisal. Oath of appraiser. Let's see what the appraisal was. Real estate appraisal report. M&M Enterprises. Okay. Salato. Okay. Marcus Law Group. Okay. So the appraisal was for Marcus Law Group, but let's see who did it. Joe Lomonte Real Estate Appraisal and Consultants, Wethersfield, Connecticut. Hold on. Standards. Rule. That was the address, 2353 East Main Street, Bridgeport, Fairfield County, Connecticut, right?
Correct.
Here we go. Land records stated, deed is 2013. So they owned the building for 6 years. Spoken Wheel Bike Shop, right?
Yeah.
Environmental disclaimer. Hold on. All three. It's 5,000 square feet. It's not small.
No.
The tax rate was 53.99 mils, 7,000 a year annually. Condition based on inspection. Average and overall condition. Okay. Yeah, they said the property was worth $165,000 and they paid $225,000. Oh no, so you should have had $80,000 in $80,000 in equity, dude.
Well, okay, yeah. What happened was, Chris paid off all but $35,000 to me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Through the probate court, so he would eventually own it. We were carrying the note. I was a beneficiary according to the probate court.
Okay. Okay.
Because my sister and Castellano had fleeced all the liquid assets.
Okay.
You follow me?
Yeah.
So, okay, it took 4 years to get that decision.
Okay.
Judges, I call them nudges. And what happened was they foreclosed on Chris for, if you look at what they closed on it for, I believe it was $51,400.
Okay.
Which,
So what did they do wrong? Who bought the property in the end?
I don't know the fellow's name. Chris said there were a couple people who showed up the date of the.
Were they shills for Spader and Juda?
They could have been. I wasn't directly involved. Don't forget, I'm housebound, and he had an attorney. I didn't think I had to do anything.
Right.
Chris was represented.
Right.
So I don't know how there's all this going on with an attorney unless the attorney just totally malpracticed.
So who's Chris and who's Richard?
Okay, my brother Richard is in California. My sister
Linda.
was her accountant who was involved in the probate matter. She wasn't going to touch any of this.
Right.
You follow me?
Right.
And then
So they don't even show Chris owning it.
I'm sorry?
You guys held the paper. Chris owned the building, huh?
Chris, we held the note. Yes, Chris was paying us off what he owed us. But my sister worked a deal, even though it was appraised at 2 1/4. My father, Chris was like a son to my dad.
Okay.
It was like, and so my father sold it to Chris for $100,000, but it was appraised at 2 1/4.
Okay, so here we go. Casanova Creek Funding is the current owner of the lien. Defendant M&M. Venue is proper. Justification. Jurisdiction proper. M&M. Okay. Owner. Certain. Lot. Paid. So, didn't you have a prior lien to Casanova Creek?
No, I never put a lien on Chris. In other words, the probate court made a decision that he would pay me $889 a month, and he was.
Right.
And I had a good. Chris is like a family member.
Right.
Not
Right.
my blood.
Right.
And so
That's why you held the paper. I get it.
Yeah. So the bottom line is, when he was getting screwed, I wasn't going to go after him. He was already being screwed by the courts. I wasn't.
Of course. So what did you get your loan paid off by
No, he went.
Casanova Creek? Did they end up paying the other lien holders?
My understanding is they foreclosed on it for basically the back taxes, insurance, utilities, appraisal fees, and basically left.
Right.
Nothing.
So what about your prior lien?
I got nothing. Chris, from what Chris told me, I'm just telling you now, I didn't go through the documents, John. We can do that. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
I didn't question Chris. He was telling me, Billy, here's what's going on. The back taxes, insurance, appraisal fees, everything they're laying on me, it comes up to around $50,000. He ballparked.
Right.
He said they foreclosed on it for $51,400.
Okay.
So they left him nothing, but on $1,400. Now he had to pay his attorney $5,000. So then he obviously was.
I know, but what they actually did was break even with him and stole from you.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's what happened. But I didn't get involved. First of
All right. So listen. There's a guy named Pritchard who needs an affidavit from you. So if you could write the story down, go to the bank, get it notarized, and give it to Mr. Pritchard, he's got so many of these cases that he considers it racketeering.
Now, who was he? Is he a lawyer?
Pritchard had a $3.5 million house stolen this month
Oh,
with no mortgage.
holy shit! This month.
Well, someone maintained they had loaned him $200,000, which isn't true. He proved that the note was false, and that 4 people actually said they owned the note, the same note, and he proved that it was wrong and it was false. He has no mortgage, and they took a $3.5 million house that was appraised at $1.5 million.
Wow.
So what this guy is saying is that they're all Casanova Creek, they're all Spader, who's friends with the Marcus Law Firm.
Yeah.
If you notice, they're the plaintiff, Marcus Law Group, right? Casanova Creek Funding versus M&M Enterprises. And then the appraisal's done by the same firm. See, this is the deal. Now, the judge is not only on the police commission of Bridgeport, he's also the lobbyist for the group, for the mortgage companies. He's affiliated with the appraisal company and the guy who did your benchmark. Did you see benchmark along here somewhere? We did. I did. Here we go. Let's go back to the top and see what benchmark is. Lorraine, Linda, William, Richard, Committee, Aquarian, Water Pollution Control, M&M Enterprises, Casanova Creek, and Final Disposition, Honorable Walter Spader. Okay. Well, somewhere along here. Now, who's Michael Stanoha? I guess that's your attorney collectively with Chris.
Well, Chris hired him. I didn't get involved.
Right,
Chris,
right. Additional parties. Hold on. Let's see if there's an additional party listing. No. M&M Enterprises in Casanova Creek. And then, William, Richard, and Linda, Stratford, Shelton, and Windsor. Okay. So it looks like the other people who owned the note never got a penny.
None of us did. No.
So, okay. So they got the house. They paid the 51, right?
Yes.
And the house was worth $225.
The appraisal Chris had 2 years before this was 2.25. I believe the appraisal by the city appraiser, whoever they used, was 165, which was a real thing to begin with. And
Right.
then it
No.
went for,
I mean, when it was bought to when it was sold, this is it's such a long period of time that how could they lose money?
well, all I can tell you is what the numbers are what they are, and
It
obviously
sounds
they
like
stole it.
it sounds like they stole money from Linda, Richard, and William, and
Yeah,
and only paid the tax lien, got the house for free.
right. Exactly.
Okay, you need to write this down. This qualifies as fraud. I mean,
know that.
honestly, you guys got your legs cut out from under you, and and Chris couldn't pay you back. You assumed he got screwed, and you weren't going to screw your friend.
Right.
So what happened was you guys got nothing. Every single dollar of equity was stolen from you.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I get it. Why doesn't the judge?
Well, obviously he's in on it, like you said.
Well, here we go. I think this is a clear case of the appraisal being rigged by the plaintiff. Who did the appraisal? Didn't we say it was hold on. We know who did the appraisal. Hold on. It says it right here. Appearance. Wait, let's look at the appraisal. Appraisal right here. Who did the appraisal? The Marcus Law Firm. That's Casanova Creek's law firm. The guy who did the appraisal got the property, bought the lien. It's the same firm. That's his shell company. This is fraud. This is actually racketeering right here. Straight. Do you know what I'm saying? You're not looking at what I'm looking at. If you click on appraisal, it says the Marcus Law Firm did the appraisal. Well, that's his firm. That's the guy who bought the property's firm.
Yeah.
He owns that firm. He bought your lien, he did the appraisal, and he robbed you. You should have him arrested on this thing tomorrow. All three of you should go to the police department, and this is clear as day. And by the way, Joe Lomonte, real estate appraiser, excuse me? He wrote an appraisal report for the Marcus Law Firm that stole the property.
Yeah.
You ought to confront this guy. You should name him in the complaint. I'm telling you, you guys, none of your loan balance was. You have a prior lien, not from, the water bill comes first. But you guys have a lien on the property through your note.
Right.
How come it wasn't entered into evidence?
Well, let me just say, here's I can tell you what's going on with us. My sister was involved in the probate theft and embezzlement. Richard Johnson would pull out his representation of her. The executor was in on all this in the probate courts when I was fighting.
Okay.
It was now I started in the probate courts in 2014. So
Okay.
Linda wasn't going to get involved because she was already had her hands dirty.
Okay.
Linda Bowenthal.
Okay.
Lori Hobbs and Linda were in cahoots. Lori Hobbs is my stepsister, and my brother Richard. They were all in cahoots in this. The Castle Lane.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Well, John, let me just.
No, I'm saying it doesn't matter to you that they were in cahoots. You still had a portion of the equity yourself.
Yes. When I say they were involved in the probate theft and embezzlement, Linda's accountant's in prison. So they just they didn't want to get any involvement.
Okay.
Now, here I was. By the time this rolled around for Chris to fight this, he goes, Billy, I got this. I got a law firm. Me and my brother got this. Don't worry. At that point, I'm disabled and housebound.
Right.
You see what happened here?
Right.
I can't. I'm stuck on the second floor, and State Housing Authority won't even give me a hard copy application, yet they insist on it.
I think you have an excellent case.
Yeah. Here's the problem. I tried to get the Access to Justice Commission to help me.
Right.
Because they have a pro bono working group, Jennifer Ferrante for the Center for Family Justice.
Okay, good.
They worked together with Judge Kahn to have me arrested
when
I was in the courthouse.
Oh, boy. Okay. All right, listen. Let me make a suggestion. Let me send this explanation to Mr. Pritchard, and let me put you in touch with him. If you could write the letter about what happened and go to the bank, get it signed, or, we can, I guess if you're disabled, Elizabeth Greenwood can help you. She can write the letter on your behalf. The lady I had dinner with. I have dinner with her every Sunday.
Okay.
Now what happens is, she dates Frank Recchia at News Channel 12, okay? She's blind, she's a state advocate. She can call you over the phone, write your statement down, and take it to the bank, give it to Pritchard. You understand? She's a state's disabled advocate. This could help you a lot. But once you outline what actually happened, I think you have been robbed.
So I know I have been. As I said, let me...
Now hold on. Spader, who's the judge, should have known that there were 3 prior liens after the water bill, prior to the... there's no way this house was worth $165. There's no way. Because from the time you bought it till the time you lost it, it was, in 2008 and 9 it dipped, but for the rest of the time, it had already almost doubled in value.
Chris, all I can tell you, John, is Chris told me before, about a couple years before the pandemic, he said, Billy, I got the building appraised for $225,000.
Right.
That's what he told me.
Right.
Now, I don't have any of those documents. And
right.
The thing is, his brother can be contacted. His partner, Eminem, is his brother.
Right.
But
all right, don't worry about anything. Don't worry about anything. Let's just see if you have a claim.
Right.
If they have a claim too, that's great. But you should have a claim since you were a part owner.
Yes.
You were on the loan. The loan has priority over certain investors. I don't care what they say.
Right.
And obviously, so let's do that. Let me get back to you. Let me show this to Pritchard and Lou and see if they think it's as bad a story as I think. I think it's pretty bad. Knowing you're disabled alone. They violated ADA law by robbing you.
me retroactively disabled to March 2012.
Okay.
I have complex post-traumatic stress disorder and I'm physically disabled. So I'm
Right.
mentally ill.
Right.
With so severe it caused an endocrine disorder called Cushing's disease. It's all
Right, I've heard of it. Yes. Yes.
Right, and then I need both hips replaced with back surgery.
Okay, so hold on. Let me get back to you tomorrow after I talk to these people, okay?
Yeah, because part of the problem I had when I was litigating myself...
Of course, you can't litigate. You couldn't afford an attorney.
No, and then I was self-represented, and I have a... When they arrested me the third time in the courthouse...
No, don't talk about that has nothing to do with what they did to you.
No, but I want to add... Let me just wrap this up. Give me another minute.
Go.
What I'm trying to say is that there's letters to the bail commissioner by Shoreline Wellness Center, 2 PhDs, telling the court that all this is driving me to a high risk of a catastrophic health event according to...
Of course.
And the letters are to the bail court mandate...
All right, all that is immaterial, okay? Let's see if you have a claim. No. I understand. I completely understand. The fact that you have a disability should have provided you with a little bit of protection, don't you think?
Well, that's what I'm getting at. Then there's a tort of outrage. They did this to a mentally ill, not intellectually, psychiatrically...
Hold on. What you fail to understand is the judge should have had an explanation that you were disabled, you were a part owner of this property, and that the lien can't go to Casanova Creek, who had the appraisal done.
I understand that.
Yeah, there's something wrong here. They found you guys, found out that you had a disability, and whatever the arrest record was, doesn't matter. It's just that you were vulnerable, and they took advantage of the vulnerability. You understand?
What I'm also going to add is that the Access to Justice Commission had me arrested in the courthouse while I was fighting all these illegal activities. In other words, I haven't done anything illegal. I never got convicted or anything. But the prosecutors, you see what happened here, my friend, is that I'm the whistleblower, right? Whether it was the
right. You were letting them know there was law violations, and they came after you.
They arrested me for harassment, and then
well, did the judge ask them to? I'm curious.
What happened? The bottom line is...
I'm not trying to get you upset. I'm just saying that if the judge had a duty and took an oath to be impartial,
right.
He bent you over.
Yes, abuse of judicial discretion. There was
right.
Multiple.
Okay, so here we go. Now here we go. I'm going to end it. I'm going to talk to Elizabeth, talk to Pritchard, talk to Lou, and get back to you.
Okay, brother.
All right? Give me some time.
Yeah, God bless you. Thanks.
Very good, my friend. I understand the problem now. This is disgraceful. You know what I mean?
It's disgusting. I mean, they
all right, so rest assured. We're going to help you, okay?
All right.
Thank you. We'll talk tomorrow.
All right,
thanks for calling me. I appreciate it. God bless. Happy New Year. I think this is a very good case. I think you have a very good case.
All right, I appreciate that.
And hopefully, I'll do my best. Thanks. Nice to meet you. God bless, okay? By the way, be nice to Elizabeth, and she'll go miles for you. You understand?
Okay.
Great. Don't worry. By the way, you're welcome to dinner any Sunday night. I'll pick you up if I have to.
I can't drive.
I understand. I'll pick you up if I have to. We should meet. Have a great day.
All right.
Thank you very much. Bye. Wow. Another Spader disaster for Juda Epstein.